field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
The Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Hunter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, man, come on.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
On 1st down, Reed. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second down and 8. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now this throw caught left side and inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out and feel charged up and ready to go.
Here coming up. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
50 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jets.
Ready up. 56 is the mark. 56. Mike, 56.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Jets first down.
Ready. 53. Check. 53. Check.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Touchdown, Jets! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just...
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Let's do it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go, set. 32.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Jets on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to them?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Change the mic. Change the mic.
the gun. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. On 2nd down, it's Reed, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Going up top. And this one is incomplete.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reed. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second and 1 from the 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A gain of 16 yards.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down at 4. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
At the Seahawks 43-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And this one is right down the middle. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw here. Forced, puts it on the carpet, it's out.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Second and 1. And his pass incomplete. nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now a first throw here in overtime. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. A beautiful fake. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
The Seahawks send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. New York ready to go again offensively. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On 2nd down now, it's Reed. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead.